Do you love the game of softball enough to risk taking a line drive to the head that can kill you? What about a line drive that you catch and still snaps your forearm? How about one off of your foot, ankle, shin, or knee that leaves you unable to put pressure on your leg and keeps you from going back to work on Monday to provide for your family? These are all some of the potential dangers that are associated with pitching in men's slow pitch softball. Let's take a look at one news station report on the topic.
With hulking men rifling the ball all over the diamond, the most dangerous spot to be is definitely on the mound.
I think there's some guys that are a little off center to stand there, yeah. They can't always be sane.
It takes a different type of character to risk your life for the love of slow pitch. Gord Brady is one of the few pitchers at the Nationals who dons both a face mask and shin pads.
You stand back there, you have more protection on. You feel better if the ball comes back at you, that one, you're not going to get an injury, and it doesn't seem to hinder me on the defensive side.
BC's Kevin Lee has a different take.
You got a glove, right? Catch it.
Lee is playing in his 11th Nationals and says while opponents are friends off the field, when you get between the lines, beware because shooting the middle is part of the game.
So if you're going to pitch a guy outside, you got to be on your toes and ready to defend yourself, right?
In the women's game, the ball doesn't come at the pitcher at nearly the same speed, but they still take precaution.
There are some women, though, that can hit the ball quite hard as well, and a lot of the women are starting to hit more up the middle. So, you know, again, it's just a protection thing. I think we're all a bit nutty to stand so close, but hey, somebody's got to do it.
As you can see, people are well aware of the dangers that are associated with pitching in slow pitch softball. In softball, there are 10 players positioned throughout the ball field, which is referred to as a diamond. It is usually anywhere from 300 to 340 foot around the outside walls. On average, the outfielders are anywhere from 250 to 275 feet away from the batter. The infielders are usually 65 to 90 feet away, while the pitcher is only 47 feet away on the release of the pitch. With the new technology in bats, the top speed of a ball coming off the sweet spot is anywhere from 100 to 120 miles per hour depending on the size and strength of the batter, along with his bat speed. The softballs that are used as slow pitch are 12 inches in diameter and are usually 44 core with 525 compression. What does that mean? As stated by Tom Decker, president of Trump Softball of Omaha, Nebraska, the core of a ball is determined by the distance it rebounds after it is hurled against a wall. The farther it rebounds, the higher the core rating. Thus, the more it rebounds, the more elastic, lively, or rubbery the ball. The compression ratings test hardness. It is the amount of pressure it takes to compress a softball 1/4 inch. To understand how to test the core, imagine hurling a softball at a wall 100 miles per hour and checking the distance of the rebound. If it rebounds 40 feet, it's 40 core, 44 feet, 44 core, 47 feet, 47 core, and so on. The lower the core, the harder the ball, and the faster it comes off of the bat. In my 6 years of pitching, I have seen numerous pitchers hit by line drives. The most critical injury I have witnessed was a guy catch a line drive in the palm of his glove with his arm extended and the impact snapped his arm. By his elbow not being flexed, there was no way to absorb the impact, therefore snapping his forearm in the middle. Other injuries I have witnessed have been line drives to knees, shoulders, shins, waist, stomach, and chest. All of these impacts left bruises and changed the way the pitchers walked and talked. Places I have been hit myself include my foot, my left shin 5 times, my right shin 4 times, right shoulder blade, and then my throwing hand twice. After being hit the first few times, I started to wear more equipment consisting of soccer shin guards to protect my legs, a sports cup to protect the family jewels, and a mouthpiece to make sure I keep the teeth that I came with. I was once line drive by a 95 mile per hour ball on top of my shin guard and wore a bruise on my leg the size of a softball for 2 weeks. I could not put any pressure on my leg, and had I not had vacation time, would have lost my job for not being able to work. There have been guys that have been killed pitching in softball by taking line drives to the head. Earlier this year, at a tournament in Wilmington, North Carolina, we played. An upper competitive pitcher was line drived in the head and luckily survived, but had to have a steel plate inserted in his forehead right above his right eye. His injury and surgery was similar to that of Aroldis Chapman, closer for the MLB Cincinnati Reds, who was hit in the head by a line drive from a 102-mile-per-hour pitch he delivered that was hit back to him just as fast. Let's watch a clip from the 2013 game in Houston where a ball four pitcher was drilled in his face mask to get an idea of how quick and fast the ball gets back on the pitcher. After viewing this video, would you say that pitchers are some of the bravest ball players on the field? It takes a lot to be safe and protect yourself. The things you have to do are be moving on high alert and able to keep your hand up. To win, it takes a lot more expertise, effort, and athletic ability and softball smarts. You need to know how to pitch batters, pitch around batters, and feel some of those hot shots that come back at you. To summarize, every time you release a pitch, your life, health, and well-being are in danger. Every time a batter swings the bat, there's a possibility of you being hit or fatally injured. In conclusion, every time you release a pitch from 47 feet away, think safety and protect yourself. For the love of the game and your teammates is why we pitch, but for the love of family and friends is why we protect ourselves so we can leave the softball diamond in the condition that we stepped on it.